I don't think Jungkook wanted this concert analyzed in detail, because if anyone still doubted the connection between them, Arlington just made things much more complicated. First, we see them dancing to Dynamite, completely in sync, enjoying the moment without a care in the world. Then comes All I Want Is You, where Jungkook not only looks for Jimin, but there's also laughter, a gentle touch, and that moment when he ends up holding his wrist. Later, they appear together again in the stroller, side by side once more, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. But the detail that truly changed the conversation was the last one, Jimin reacting before Jungkook even finished moving his arm around his waist. There are so many interconnected details, and today we're going to analyze them one by one. At the Arlington Day 2 concert, Jimin and Jungkook gave us a beautiful moment as they danced together to the rhythm of Dynamite. When the music started, the two began dancing side by side on stage, and it was impossible not to smile. It was clear at a glance how much fun they were having together in that moment. Every little step they took was perfectly coordinated, showing such clear synchronization that it revealed how well they know each other and the playful energy they share when they're close. That way of playing and dancing together demonstrates the special charm that Jimin and Jungkook possess only when they're together. As Jungkook fans, seeing that affection in the middle of the show fills us with immense joy because it shows the deep affection they have for each other as a couple. Their small movements, the smiles they exchanged, and the beautiful way they shared the dance floor made this moment simply adorable and clear proof of how close they always are. Honestly, Jimin and Jungkook are my absolute weakness, and the weakness of thousands of people who love them. You could show me 1,000 videos of them together at different concerts, and I'd still go crazy with excitement watching every detail as if it were the first time. Seeing this dance in Arlington reminds us why we love Jungkook so much, because every time Jimin and Jungkook are together on stage, they show us with real actions the beautiful love they have for each other. During the Arlington Day 2 concert, we experienced an unforgettable moment with Jimin and Jungkook that touched us deeply. It all happened while the song All I Want Is You was playing and Jimin was singing on stage. Suddenly, Jungkook gazed intently at Jimin with a loving look as he sang. Jimin didn't remain silent and immediately responded with a gentle touch, demonstrating the sweet attention they always show each other when they share the microphone. Right after that tender touch, they shared giggles and those little reactions that only Jimin and Jungkook understand when they're that close. But the best part was when Jungkook, out of nowhere and in front of all the fans, gently took Jimin's wrist and held it. Seeing Jungkook hold Jimin's wrist in such a beautiful way left us all speechless, because it's a direct and real demonstration of the immense affection they have for each other as a couple. Moments like this make us wonder, how do Jimin and Jungkook manage to melt our hearts with gestures that seem so small but mean so much? This is where the famous moon that the moon-obsessed Jimin is so obsessed with becomes quite evident to all of us. Every glance, every giggle, and Jungkook's gesture of holding Jimin's wrist are clear signs of the true love that exists in Jungkook, making us love their relationship more and more each day. We also can't forget this incredibly special and unforgettable moment when Jimin and Jungkook arrived together, pushing the little stroller all around the stage. Seeing them enter so closely together makes it clear that even moving from one place to another, they need to be glued to each other, enjoying the ride together. Look at these two boys sharing that tight and special space, they just work so well together in everything they do. Jimin was super calm, relaxed, and happy, enjoying the ride, while Jungkook drove with complete focus, carefully guiding his VIP passenger from one side of the show to the other. Seeing my little loves, my sweeties, sharing this beautiful ride in front of all the fans fills our souls with immense joy, and here I am trying to survive so much cuteness in a single instant. The image of Jungkook driving the stroller with Jimin by his side shows how comfortable, safe, and happy they feel when they're together in the middle of such a massive concert. As we always say within the fandom, no love is forbidden if two hearts allow themselves to love with complete sincerity. Although in the eyes of many people in the world our love or theirs may seem forbidden, in our hearts it is completely legitimate and is the most beautiful truth that has ever happened to us. Seeing Jimin and Jungkook share their journey together, in that stroller and supporting each other at all times, confirms that their bond as a couple is unique, true, and the main reason why we continue to defend their beautiful story day after day. During that same Arlington concert on day 2, we witnessed another precious and unforgettable scene with Jimin and Jungkook standing side by side on stage. Those constant little interactions between Jungkook, the sweet gestures, and the natural ease with which they connect every second are simply adorable to watch. In this part of the video, we could clearly see how they were standing together the entire time, and it was noticeable how Jungkook kept reaching out to touch Jimin in a very affectionate and attentive way in front of everyone present. The most beautiful and striking aspect of this scene occurred when we looked at the details of the movement. At the exact moment Jungkook touched Jimin, it was clear that Jimin had already gently lowered his hand just a second before. This specific detail shows that Jimin had already made that same sweet touch, and Jungkook was simply returning the gesture with the same tenderness and affection. The way Jungkook responds immediately shows their everyday habit and the immense trust they share, seeking each other out, touching, and affectionately showing affection in public all the time. Even their smallest gestures are enough to fill your heart with tenderness in an inexplicable and profound way. They are so sweet and special when they are together, sharing these moments on stage, that it leaves no room for doubt about the deep affection that binds them as a couple. Seeing Jungkook return Jimin's touch during a concert is direct proof of the genuine affection between them, giving all of us fans the clearest reasons to continue admiring and supporting Jungkook every step of the way. Remember that famous story about Jimin bathing in the river and feeling Jungkook staring intently at him from afar, without saying a word? That sweet anecdote from the past has always shown us the incredible attention they have for each other, and now we finally have video proof that this same connection still exists between them on stage. In this part of the concert, we can clearly see Jimin very focused on his performance, standing calmly in front of all the fans and speaking into his microphone. Everything seemed to be going smoothly until, suddenly, Jimin feels Jungkook's direct and attentive gaze fixed on his waist, demonstrating that they know each other so deeply that they don't need to say a single word to know exactly what the other is thinking. As soon as Jimin feels Jungkook's presence and that intense gaze directed at his waist, his body reacts automatically, and he immediately jumps in surprise in front of everyone present. He jumps so quickly and playfully because he knew instantly that Jungkook was going to provoke him or come closer to touch him again in that area. It's truly impressive to see how Jimin immediately guessed what Jungkook wanted to do, anticipating the action simply by sensing the intention in his gaze from afar. Right after Jimin jumps and avoids that contact, they both end up laughing uncontrollably with immense joy and a connection that simply can't be hidden in front of the cameras. The strong connection between them says it all in this scene. Jungkook barely thinks about making a move and Jimin is already reacting instantly, as if they were connected at all times by the same thought and the same energy. Seeing them enjoy themselves so freely in that moment makes us all wonder if it's really the most natural thing for them to tease each other, joke around, and play with such affection in front of thousands of people who watch them intently at every show. These shared laughs, the knowing glances they exchange, and the unique way they seem to read each other's minds are the most beautiful and meaningful details that Jungkook reveals to us in every live performance. For all of us who love to witness their story firsthand, these genuine interactions are the clearest and most undeniable proof of the affection, absolute trust, and true love that exists in their relationship. Seeing Jungkook seeking Jimin's attention and Jimin responding with that radiant smile illuminates the entire concert, giving us fans the best reasons to continue supporting them and enjoying each of their beautiful moments together. Furthermore, when we carefully analyze every second of this moment, it becomes crystal clear that the trust between Jimin and Jungkook is not something that can be disguised or faked on stage. The way their eyes meet, how they understand each other with a single laugh, and the ease with which they play demonstrate that their relationship is completely authentic and filled with a very special kind of affection. To bring these beautiful moments of the concert to a close, a precious scene unfolded where we see Jungkook blowing a sweet little kiss with his lips, and just a second later, he turns to look directly at Jimin to see his immediate reaction. Jimin's response to this gesture was incredibly funny and endearing. He completely pretended not to have seen him to make him wait. However, this attempt to play it cool and hide his excitement in front of the cameras didn't last long, because Jimin simply couldn't contain his excitement for long and ended up bursting into laughter right there on stage with Jungkook, revealing the beautiful connection they share. Just pause the video and look closely at their faces at the exact moment they start laughing together to realize how happy these little games make each other. They truly have an absurd and natural ease in joining in each other's jokes and playing along instantly, demonstrating the enormous trust they have both on and off stage. Seeing Jungkook blow that little kiss with such affection and Jimin ending up smiling so sweetly is a clear and direct demonstration of the real love that exists in their relationship, confirming that they are always looking for ways to make each other smile no matter where they are. Honestly, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this entire concert from beginning to end because it was full of beautiful, unique, and very special moments from our beloved and beautiful couple. Seeing every little gesture, every deep look, and every shared laugh on stage fills the souls of all of us who love and support their story with immense joy. We sincerely hope that Jimin and Jungkook get plenty of rest and recover after giving their all in this amazing show, and that, as they always do, they continue to give us these beautiful moments together that we will always cherish in the depths of our hearts. Furthermore, when we slowly and carefully review each of these moments captured at the concert, it becomes absolutely clear that the bond between Jimin and Jungkook is something unique that cannot be compared to anything else. The way they constantly lock eyes during the show, how they reciprocate every affectionate gesture, and the ease with which they enjoy every second on stage confirm that their bond is completely genuine and incredibly strong. Ultimately, these kinds of scenes remind us why keeping an eye on their interactions is so beautiful and valuable for the entire fan community. Seeing Jungkook express his affection for Jimin in front of so many people and seeing Jimin respond with such pure joy is the clearest proof that their connection transcends any barrier. That's why these videos become unforgettable memories for us, demonstrating that as long as Jimin and Jungkook continue to share their love and smiles on stage, there will always be plenty of reasons to keep supporting them as the wonderful couple they are. In this other absolutely unmissable moment from the concert, Jungkook is right there on stage, standing exactly next to each other, chatting intently in hushed voices and laughing hysterically together, and I'm dying of curiosity to know what they were saying. Just pause the video and look closely at their faces on the screen to notice it immediately. They both seem completely absorbed in their private conversation, as if the rest of the show, the lights, and the thousands of people around them had vanished in an instant. And judging by their expressive and spontaneous reactions, something incredibly interesting and funny was happening between them at that very moment. Seeing the way they gazed into each other's eyes while whispering things in each other's ears makes anyone want to know exactly what words they were saying to elicit so many sincere, sweet, and contagious laughs. Because seeing Jimin and Jungkook talk in such an intimate way, so focused and devoted to each other, sharing a space that seems to belong only to the two of them, is simply my absolute weakness. I love my little darlings with all my heart, and seeing them enjoy such a beautiful connection shows us once again how inseparable they are at every concert. Moments like this perfectly reflect how natural, fluid, and genuine their chemistry is every time they share the same stage. They don't need to make grand, planned moves or try to draw attention to themselves. A simple whisper close to each other's ear and a shared, hearty laugh are enough to make perfectly clear the deep affection, protection, and absolute comfort they feel when they're so close. As fans who follow and love their love story step by step, witnessing such profound mutual attention fills our souls with immense joy, confirming that their beautiful connection as a couple is constantly nourished by these small, everyday details that they always cherish. Furthermore, when we carefully observe how they interact in this very special scene, it becomes abundantly clear that Jimin and Jungkook share a world of their own, one that only the two of them understand and share. The beautiful ease with which they constantly seek each other out to whisper secrets, coupled with the genuine happiness radiating from their faces as they laugh together, regardless of anything else, is the clearest and most direct proof of the beautiful relationship they share. To fully grasp how special this moment was, it's impossible not to notice how their eyes automatically meet even after they finish speaking. This need to be close, to share every thought, and to make each other laugh in the middle of the show is the most sincere demonstration of the immense love that binds them. Seeing Jimin so happy next to Jungkook, and Jungkook cherishing every second he spends with Jimin, gives us an unforgettable memory, assuring all of us fans that their bond is genuine, strong, and capable of illuminating any place they are together.